Hello everyone, good morning, happy Thursday. I'm here in my bathroom today because I am going to be doing a Vogue Beauty Secrets video, obviously by myself. Vogue hasn't asked me to do this, shocker. But I'm just going to be doing my makeup. I've just done my skincare. I just used the CeraVe, like facial cleanse and then moisturiser. I use toner, literally just like a simple toner, and then the Paula's Choice, the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I use this in the mornings, and then just like a sun cream. And then the first step of my makeup is what I do is I use this Weleda Skin Food. I feel like people have started using this now. I've used this for years because trendsetter, because my dad used to use it for his psoriasis and I inherited that. So I use it on my face, and it's really thick. Like, this is a bit overstimulating. You can't really see it anyway. It's really thick, and it's a really nice base for your makeup. Shall I put that on first? In all fairness, I probably put too much on. Oh my god, look how shiny I am. Needed. So I use that first, and then I tend to preferably let that sort of like sit for a bit, just so I'm not an actual grease pig when I put my makeup on. But make sure I get it all in the nooks and crannies that would normally get really dry when I put my powder on. So like the edges of my nose, around my mouth, like where my mouth moves, and then under my eyes as well. And I make sure I take it right up to my forehead and down on my neck. You're missing the trick if you're not doing your skincare on your neck, because no one wants a turkey neck when they're like 30. So that is skincare all done. I'm looking glowy. I'm looking like I'm in an advert for baby oil. P.S. I ignore my chin because I picked at it last night. But I have been using the Skin and Me. This isn't an ad or anything. I just think it's really good. You basically fill out like I'm nearly done. You fill out a questionnaire about your skin, what you find problems with, what you want to like improve with it, and then you have to send photos of your skin, and then like a pharmacist or like a dermatologist or something does like a review of your skin and sends you your tailored skincare. I probably wouldn't recommend it for people that have sensitive skin. My skin is fairly like, it can, you know, sort of deal with it, but if you haven't already, take a look at that. It's like £25 a month or something. But yeah, really good. So first thing I do, this is such a disgusting makeup tutorial, but there we go. I use this Maybelline Dream Urban Cover full coverage lightweight protective makeup. This was my mum's, and if you know my mum, you know she is a lot darker than me, but this is in the shade Sesame, and it's literally empty. But I put on with my fingers just because I saw like Kourtney Kardashian or someone doing it. It's kind of gross, like I don't love it, but anyway, I just find it easier to apply, and I feel like it uses less product. I feel like I've learned recently less is more. Like, they always tell you that, but I used to put on so much of my like concealer, my contour, and it just looked busted, dusted and crusted. It was not fun nor fresh. So I've started putting less on. I put it all over my eyelids as sort of like a primer for my eyeshadow. Again, bring it down to your neck because no one wants that sort of like different colour neck. All up in my eyebrows. And then what I do is I just take a mirror and then I just kind of look and see where I haven't necessarily blended it in brilliantly. But it says full coverage, but I mean, I'm still got a nice like glow. You can still sort of see the texture of my skin, which I quite like. I don't necessarily want it to be like painted because I'll sort of do that later. Wipes on hand because I don't like how this feels on my fingers. But that is foundation done. Next thing I do is I take my Maybelline stand today. Take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is such a cult classic. Hello, focus now. I just dab it like where I would sort of want a little bit more coverage. I try and pull it up to the bridges of my nose a bit more, and then I do a little woo on my forehead. You can't really see it. And then I just do 3 lines on my chin. You can't really see, but I just do under eyes, forehead, around the nose, and chin. And then I let that sit for a bit to let it dry down, mattify, and then it depends on the mood I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll sponge it, sometimes I'll just use my fingers. Today, I might do fingers for under the eyes, and then sponge for everywhere else. So I just pat that in, pat, 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 pat. And I try and not move it too much out of where I've put quite a lot on today. I might have to take a sponge to it. I try and not move it too far from where I've put it. It sounds a bit stupid, but okay. The sponge is really dirty. There we go, that's under the eyes. Flawless, stunning. Then I'm just gonna do the chin, because I picked up my chin yesterday. Oopsie. And then forehead. And again, I sort of like follow it in the same, like up, out sort of vibe. I don't know why. Probably doesn't really do a whole lot, but there we go. And then I normally use the sponge to just blend the rest down my neck as well. So, that is foundation and concealer all done. I could leave it there. I could, but I won't, because that's boring. What I next do is Charlotte Tilbury, baby. I've had this for ages, and I don't know how, because when I first got it, I didn't really know what the concept of a subtlety was. So I literally used to squeeze it out and then just go boom, 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 everywhere. And it probably wasted a lot of product. Majority of it just went on my sponge. So now what I do is I take this, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I stole this from somewhere. Just this like flat sort of, I'm such a beauty guru, brush, dab it on. I haven't squeezed this in ages. Dab it on, and then what I do is I just put it in the sort of shape that I want it to be in, like that. She is gonna get blended, so don't panic. Like that. Now that I've said that, I might have to squeeze her, although, maybe not. So I just put it sort of like where my cheekbone normally comes down. It looks terribly orange on camera. Ooh, this could be awkward. And then I'd sort of just take the excess that's on the brush and I like proper drag it up into my hairline, because no one wants a white scalp. That's not cute. So I just put that on my forehead, cute. And then I normally take a little bit more and literally just go down the sides of my nose. So we've got that sat there, which I'm going to blend. I'm just letting it sit for a bit. That there, forehead's more or less blended. And then my nose, which again, I'm going to blend. So that's my Charlotte Tilbury finish with, thank you very much. And then now that I've let it sort of like sit there for a bit, I need a mirror to do this because I'm just looking at my viewfinder. I sort of just like buff it out. I try and blend it up. Again, I literally don't know if this is what you're supposed to do, but I sort of just like tap it in, bring it up to my like temples or whatever, join it with the forehead contour, sort of try and like tap it onto my cheeks. And I don't want a really harsh line like on my cheek, so I try and like blend that down a tiny bit. But for the most part, again, it's literally just keeping it like where I put it intentionally and just blending the edges out. So I just make sure that is looking how I want it to look. This side's always harder. I feel like this side of my face is just not giving. And then I normally just blend the edges of this out just by like stamping it down the side of my nose, really. And then sometimes I take this fake Real Techniques brush, which is just like a fluffy brush, and I'll sort of like roll it around, make sure everything is 100% blended, take it onto the cheeks a little bit more. This doesn't really have any product on it, it's just like a clean sort of brush. Cute, she's chiseled. Love it. Then I take another Miss Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Glowgasm High Blush. This isn't the one I wanted because I wanted to get the Pink Gasm, but I ordered the wrong one because I'm stupid. So I got the Peachgasm one, so it's like a highlighter, and I mix these two. So this is a NYX Sweet Cheeks Blush Mousse in the shade Coralicious. So what I do, and then I put this on the high points of my cheek. This is so pretty. On there. And then I take this pink one. If you buy these or any of the NYX blushes, do not do what I did the first time I used it and use a lot. It's a lot. I've just wiped all of the excess off of the brush, and I literally just do boop, boop. Ooh, that was a lot. Oops. I'm gonna look like a clown. And I just like dab it in. I just kind of try and keep, again, the colours where I've put them. So I do the cheek first, make sure that's all blended in. And then with the excess of that, I come up to my temples, blend that in. It looks a bit scary on camera. Probably looks scary in real life as well. I'm just delusional. Why am I so musical today? She's looking rouged. Rouge. Ooh. Do you ever get like really itchy when you like brushed? What? Like put makeup brushes on your face? I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, next thing, now I've done my base. My base is done. Oh my god, so itchy. So I've got my blush, I've got my concealer, my foundation, my bronzer. Next I'm going in with my Morphe setting powder. Bake and set in the shade Brightening Pink. I wanted the Huda Beauty one, like the cherry blossom one, but it was literally sold out everywhere. But this is a really good dupe. And I take this old disgusting musty sponge that I used to use my contour, and it's got like a flat edge. So I just take the powder, dab this in. I could just get a powder puff, but I don't have one. So get her coated, and then I literally just, and then I like drag it down the sides of my nose. It's not really a bake, but leave me alone. And then on the other side, ooh, she's heavy. And then I do it on my chin and on my upper lip. No one wants a Sula, am I right, ladies? Forehead. Just everywhere where I focus that concealer, really. Oh my god, I look really scary. And then sometimes if I'm feeling super fancy, I'll do like a whoosh. Can you tell that I learnt how to do makeup literally just by watching YouTube and TikToks? So, while she's sat on there and I'm looking like the dolls from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, let's do the eyes. So I don't really do much on my eyes, to be fair. I'm in my toxic eyeliner stage again, where I can't not wear eyeliner because I feel ugly. So that's what I'm doing today. I just used this old disgusting Revolution palette called Girls on Film. I've had this since I was 12 maybe. And I used this shade here. This one right there. Don't know what the shade names are. Just take a Morphe M516 brush, just take a Morphe, just dab it in there. And then I literally just like kind of blot my eyelids. I get really sweaty eyelids for some reason, which is kind of gross, but there we go. And I literally just make sure that that's sort of like covered and it's not gonna crease and it's not gonna be sweaty. Sweaty girl. That's that. And then this is the brush I use for my eyeliner. So I just take this black. You can literally do this with any black eyeliner in the world ever, or black eyeshadow rather. Dab that in quite generously, and then I just take, I normally don't go from this corner, I take it up a little bit higher and literally just like pat it down. And then I leave it like that, and that's my makeup finished. Just kidding. And then I sort of join that up at the bottom where my eye crease would normally be. And then I literally just, if you can see, oh my god, I've got powder on my nose. Bring that along. So she's a bit wonky at the moment. So I normally just go in and maybe make it longer, make it thicker if needs be. I'm happy with that. And then I just do Shocker, the same thing on the other eye, which I'm not going to show you because no one wants to see that. It's boring. Cool. There we go. So I'm happy with how both of my wings are doing. And I'm bored of having this powder on now, so I literally just take Real Techniques 206 and I just sort of brush that off. Careful when going under the eyes because you don't want to ruin your eyeliner. I don't know whether you're supposed to keep the powder on when you're doing your mascara, but I feel like it distracts me and gets in the way, so I don't. So that's all my powder off. And now on to lashes. I watched a TikTok yesterday of this girl that had the most elaborate lash routine I've ever seen in my life. So I want to try that now. So she just curled her lashes as normal, or did she? Yeah, she did. Curled her lashes as normal. But she did it weirdly. I'm trying to remember how she did it. And she curled them like 30 times. It may take a while. Grab a drink or a snack or something. Okay, kind of bored of curling my lashes now. Moving on to mascara. I use this is fully from Primark. This was like £2 and it's like a dupe of the Benefit, I can't believe they're real, or something, can't remember what it's called. They're just called Wonder Lash, Primark. Get it. And then I let one side dry and do the other side. And then last but not least, my eyebrow routine depends on what they're giving at any given time. They're not too bad at the moment. Sometimes I'll do the Got To Be, like the stuff you use to wax your hair back. I use that because they literally don't move. And then I use this NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Chocolate. And then I just like sort of draw, I might just draw like the shape. I sort of try and like define certain bits. Like I've literally just added like a few strands in, but it makes a big difference. There we go. Christmas tree in the background. That side of my face looks really weird because I just think it's wonky. But that's my finished makeup look. It's very bright. Very bright indeed. I'm going to sit down. So I just do like a nice natural-ish base. Focus on the eyes, eyebrows, and then a little lip. Thank you for watching.